Hi, I'm Alice Fay, and I'm catering manager and wedding specialist at the Fairmont Copley Plaza in Boston. And today we're going to talk a little bit about how to set a table for the holiday season or anytime throughout the year. To start with, not everyone knows exactly what all the components are to setting a dinner table. We've all been to parties, and maybe you see some things that you're not exactly sure what to do with them. So we're going to give you the basics. We start off with a charger plate, or a show plate it's often called. This is a plate that's basically used as a decor item on the table, so it really sets the tone of the setting of the table. It can be really formal, it can be fun and casual, you can mix up the selections, use different styles. We've picked here a rustic glass plate with a gold band, which makes it look a little more formal. And this plate is used to serve maybe your appetizer course and then a soup course. You could even put your salad on it, and then it's taken away before the entree is served. So then you bring your entree in on a nice dinner plate. So it's kind of almost like a placemat, but in a glass form. And then we have our glassware. We have a water goblet, which you might want to put your water in the glass before your guests arrive and already have it set on the table so that you don't drip water when you're pouring into the glass over all of your beautiful settings. And then we have a wine glass. You might be serving red and white wine. You can offer just one glass. If you have enough, you can use two. If you don't have enough glasses or dishes, you might even want to just call your local rental company and order things. It's really inexpensive to make a really glamorous table, because most of us actually don't own more than 8 settings. Possibly you might be having a party of 10 or 12, so it's a nice alternative to get everything matching and look really great. And you don't have to wash them at the end either. You can send them back dirty. And then also we have a champagne flute. And these glasses will all vary on what you're actually planning to serve, but this is a typical selection. And then for flatware, we have, you've probably heard before, that you start from the outside and work your way in when you're being served at a dinner party. So if you're ever at all confused, just keep that rule in mind. If a course comes, work with the fork and the knife on the outside, and then go into the next one for the next course. So right here we have the table set with a salad fork and an entree fork, and then an entree knife and a salad knife. And like I mentioned, if you're having alternate courses, you might have an amuse-bouche, which would be something you pick up with your fingers, so you wouldn't need any utensils for that. And that would just be a tiny little plate, maybe set down first thing when your guests arrive to the table, and then move on from there. If it's a soup spoon, the soup spoon would probably be on the outside, because you serve that course before you serve your salad. And then we've neglected putting a dessert fork here, because it's possible that maybe you're going to have your guests retire to the living room in front of the fireplace for dessert. But if you are serving dessert later, it's very common to just bring the dessert forks out, or spoons if you're having ice cream and coffee, that sort of thing. So you don't have to clutter your table, because you might want to save space for lots of decor in the center of the table. And now we're going to talk a little bit about the decor on the table. And the easiest way to make a huge impact of color and glamour to your table is with your napkin. And your napkin is very formal as far as, you know, it's not paper, you want to use something cloth, but it's so simple. You can be running late for your party and not have to worry about doing a fancy fold like you see oftentimes in restaurants. You can just take a regular napkin. It can be satin, cotton, anything. Just grab it in the middle, put it through a napkin ring, voila, you're finished. If you don't have napkin rings at home, you might want to do a ribbon, which you can do these in advance then, have them set up the day before, so you're not doing any of this last minute stuff when you're trying to get your dinner ready. And then if you want to add even a little more color, run over to your Christmas tree, chop off a little piece of greenery and slide that in, so it adds even more festive air to the table. Regarding the rest of the table setup, candles always make everyone feel beautiful and glamorous, so the more candles you have space to put, go ahead and load them in. We've used some mirror-tiled candles here, so they pick up light off of each other and just add a festive glow. And then for your centerpiece, you want to keep something low that your guests can talk over. You don't want to have it blocking everybody's view, so I'm going to make the conversation flow around the table. And we selected here just some little poinsettias and little, I think they're balsam trees. And then the great thing about these is, say you have a table of 8, you probably have 4 couples. There are 4 here, so at the end of the night you can give each of your guests one of the arrangements to take home as a little party favor. And then also we've kind of sprinkled some holly and evergreen throughout the table just to add extra color and glamour to the table. I hope you find these tips useful. I hope you use them. Have a festive holiday party, and then don't forget you can use these throughout the year. It doesn't have to be just for the holiday season.